Good morning, guys. Welcome aboard my cosy 19-year-old MGTF. Today's a big day. It's the first time since I've had this in December 23 that we're going to a proper meet today. It's the Brooklands Easter Gathering. It's a big one today, and the weather, thankfully, has played ball today. All that rain of last week. It's Saturday, as I say, on the Easter weekend 2024, and the sun's shining. It couldn't be a better day. So we've got about a 10-minute drive to Brooklands Museum. Now we're going all the way around the back of Mercedes-Benz World. We'll get the camera back on there again. And hopefully they'll let members in that way. We're on a big stand today with the MGF register. I think there's about 15 cars. Without further ado, let's head to Brooklands. Let's follow this up in a moment. Right, well, we've got our pass. I don't know if you can see that. That's what has to be displayed on the car as we get to Brooklands Museum. I don't know how much you're going to see on the right hand side, but we're just going past Mercedes-Benz World. Hope the camera's not too jerky. So on the right here was all part of Brooklands Museum racetrack at one point, the first purpose-built racetrack, and Mercedes-Benz World now own or lease this area, I believe, but occasionally, not today unfortunately, we get to use the track, and this will be on that track at some point. You should be able to see it on the right hand side now, and in the distance you can see Brooklands Museum going up into the test hill on the right hand side. And I've passed so many cars in the past couple of minutes. We're only 10 minutes from Walton-on-Thames now in Brooklands here, and there's some very shiny machinery on the roads today because the weather is perfect. Right, we're just approaching the museum now, so I'm going to pull over, and the next click you'll see is us inside the museum. Can't wait, this is going to be a good day, guys. Right, it's time to work my charm and see if they'll let me in this entrance. Fingers crossed. Here comes the Europa up on the left. So 2 more cars and we're in Brooklands. Here we go, we're going in now. We're going in, hopefully. Good morning to you. I'm on the hangar on the left.
You are on the hangar on the left.
Yes, thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you, my dear.
Much.
Thank you. At last the weather's good, eh?
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a lovely
Hello,
day.
you're right. Morning, sir. Good morning. There's a good pal of mine up here called Tony. He's one of the marshals here. What a lovely guy. Check this guy out. How you doing, Tone? At last, the weather's behaving. At last, you're right, mate.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, good. I'm on the hangar apron, so I'm just over there, aren't I?
Yeah, straight away.
Cheers, dude. Thanks. Bye, mate. Yeah.
You're gonna have to follow this.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you had to marshal.
Cheers. Yeah. See you a bit later.
Coming up, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Booked for lunch at 2:15.
Cool, man.
The missus is coming, hopefully.
Good. It should be a good day.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna be working today, boy.
Yeah.
I'll get you a drink later. Cheers.
See you in a bit, yeah?
Hi guys, well we're finally in the museum proper now. We're all lined up on the MGF register stand here. There's about 15 of us or so here, something like that. I think 15 were booked in. We'll make a nice little display here, part of the MGF register. And to my right of me, the saxophone player's about to wind up the saxophone, so I've got to quickly get Done. Well, we've been here for a couple of hours, well, about an hour and a half now, so it's time to start the walk around to give you guys a bit of a show around if you could make it here today for the Easter gathering at Brooklands Museum. I'm hiding behind a VC10 at the moment, just trying to get a bit of peace and quiet so I can just get some sound here. We're going to start around Concorde. We're going to walk all the way back round where all the planes are held, around the back of the bus museum. We're going to go up the finishing straight because it's been open for about an hour or so now, so it should be pretty much filled up. I've not even been round the other side yet, so let's go have a dive round and I hope you enjoy this video. Cheers, guys. Right, so let's kick off. These are all the cars that are displayed around the Concorde area. I'm not going to pick at everyone. Good old bumbug there. Let you have a look for yourselves if you couldn't make it there. And if your car is here, sorry if I get any details wrong. Lovely Capri injection there. Good old ambulance. I think the TR5 coming up here. So this is where I came in. This is the Vickers Bridge entrance. That's where I came in, just coming into view there. And obviously, this needs an area introduction. There can't be many of these left. Lovely little cars, little pin-up 80s car, 90s car. There's Concorde, wasn't actually ever used in service, but it was transported here in sections back in the late 80s and reassembled and fitted out as a flying plane. So we're now continuing alongside and underneath Concorde. So there's something for everyone here. You've got your British cars, German cars, everything, American cars, you know, everything's here today. It's my friend Mark's lovely E-Type, beautiful full beans V12. It's beautiful. I've not had a ride in that yet, Mark. Must organise that at some point. That's the thing, although I'm on a club display stand, I love the sort of just the random order, everything's just parked up, you know. Something for everyone, as I just said a moment ago. That is beautiful. The old Herbie. Continuing round with lovely, there was a few Lotus Europas there. This Bentley coming up here, I featured in a program called Secrets of the Transport Museum, and my little Metro I had was completely against that. I didn't. It was a 1.9 if I remember rightly. I didn't get the badge in, but I think it was the 1.9. There's plenty of Mark II Jags there and Daimlers and stuff. There's all that. Good old Testarossa. Good old British Motors as well. God, how long's he been parked there? He's not looking too good. Sultan of Omar's plane, I believe. It was donated to the museum, fully kitted out for his family. No expense spared. Lovely little Lotus Euro, is it? Or 140, probably 120 I think. You'd be a big garage for this one. Gosh, it was huge. Still a big car by today's standards. Huge. The Mark 1 Capri. Lovely shaped car. These are all the planes that are Vickers planes that were made in this museum many years ago. Go. Right, let's move on to another section of the museum. So we're moving on from the airfield now, where all the planes are stored, and sorry if there's any noise from the catering departments there. Got to feed all the troops. A lovely Lotus Europa, all race prep this one. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. This is the aircraft hangar here, all around this area here. There's a big aircraft museum just behind there, behind the camouflage doors. We thought the GT40 was leaking, but actually the Portaloo to the left leaking. Everyone come running over thought it had lost some fluids, but it hadn't, thank God. You can see by the owner run up to it, but it was the toilets. This is the old finishing straight. We're just panning over here now from this display area. This is where everyone enters from the right hand side. This is where the cars have been roaring up here in the early 1900s. It's been used as a massive display area today for the Spring Gathering. And that straight continued all the way down there. Now come on, Bond fans, grew up in the 70s. Oh, if I had the money to won that lottery, this would be, well, one of these, if you can find one, would be in my garage for sure. Absolutely. It's a pedigree, as we all know. This was absolutely concourse condition. It was stunning. Got a lot of attention on the day, obviously. Oh, it's just beautiful. Look at the design of that. How's your room? I can't remember. Well, we're up on the famous bank in here, right at the back end of the museum today, and we're going to do a full walk down what was the old finishing straight years ago. Just bumped into Simon from Lot 76 Cars. I'll put a little flash up the screenshot of his YouTube channel. He's brilliant. I learned so much from you, Simon. I just told you that, but I do. He's like an encyclopedia. He's amazing. Right, let's head down the finishing straight and get a full roundup of what's here today. This is the old banking, covered in moss, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a lot steeper in real life. You've struggled to walk up the last section. It gives it a bit more of a scale of what it's about. But it's really steep. It's a great way you can actually get up there and take some photographs down from that bridge. Okay, so this is part one of walking down the finishing straight. This is probably where the mass collection of cars are displayed today. So if you look down, look at that all the way down there to the finishing straight. We filmed down on the right hand side. Plenty of MGBs, good old VW bread van, I think they call it bread van. So it's such a mix here. Check out the number plate on this Alpha. That number plate's worth a few quid. Maybe he had a Lotus Elan before this one. Good old Ford Escorts. Cortina. Whoa, Cortina. Look at this. The only one obviously here today. Montego. You know, I like a bit of BL and Rover. I love them. It's an old boy that's got it, but it's in fantastic condition. There's a couple of these Jubilees. I had one of these years ago and I sold it on. Needed too much work, but yeah, great cars. Beautiful livery on them. Another MGB, probably the most popular car there today. So I'm not up on the American things. They're lovely, but big old lumps, but not my thing. Don't know much about them. Big garage, left-hand drive, petrol. Look, another Renault 5 Turbo. I think there's at least two there, so you don't see many of them on the road, but two here today. Plenty of Stags. Not sure I like the full convertible. So yeah, we're just continuing. We're probably about a third of the way down the finishing straight now. And we'll be focusing on another friend's car shortly after this. There's a big old tub of a car here. Look at this. I can't see if you can see the video, the name of on the back. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. Was it Buick? Oh no, my eyes have gone. I'm not sure what that is, but it's big. Yeah, another XJS convertible for the hardtop myself, but yeah, great in the summer. Another couple of lovely Mercs. Probably come as a pair. There's honestly the variation. Look, the old twin tanker. Ooh. Great when they're working well, these. Absolutely stunning cars, effortless, but they drink about 15 to the gallon, I think. Right, just going to have to allow me to indulge myself for the next 2 minutes. This is my friend Simon's P6, 1972. It's absolutely stunning. I've had to kill the music in the background off, otherwise we'll get a copyright strike, but I'll have to talk over this and try and replace Simon's words. But he's had it a couple of years, but I think he's had it a couple of years, but he's known the car for 30 years. He's just talking through the wings were replaced all round, but they were just simply bolt on and bolt off, and they were quite easy to get hold of, obviously, back in the day. So he's had them replaced, and there was a little key just there to the left there. That's the old 1970s alarm that switched off. I wonder what that was. So he explained that. And underneath here, I had a strange suspension set up. It wasn't vertical, it was horizontal. I couldn't quite get the camera in there because there isn't enough space. But I did a video, one of my first ones on the estate version of this, the Astoria, and we did get in there with the camera, so look back through my videos and you'll see a story. One of my very early videos, did quite well actually. So let's pop that bonnet, Simon. Have a look at this beautiful V8 engine. Was it a Buick engine? God, if I did my research a bit more, I think it was a Buick engine or so. Big old lump in there. See, twin carbs, huge thing. But again, look at the presentation of it. That's what they call concourse show-winning condition. It almost wanted a place on its own, this car, so they sort of stand out from the crowd. It was, I'm being biased of course, but it was absolutely beautiful. It really was. Credit to him. And he's got a Bentley too. Well, Rich has very kindly let me sit inside his immaculate, and I mean immaculate, Rover P6. Right, I'm going to flip the camera around for you. Look at the detailing on this, and look, I mean, this must be one of the best left in the world. Look at the detailing on this. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's almost Italian styling seats here. We've got the Webasto roof. Oh, it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to try and get Simon from Lot 76 Cars to film this. He'll do a much better job than me.
We're going to take a break and we'll be back in a little while. We'll see you all. Thank you. We'll have some more Nigel. Enjoy the day. Thank you.
One of the biggest celebratory events for the 50th anniversary of the Ford Mustang. Car runs from the States, the pony car really was more or less European size in many ways. It came with a 260 size, and we copied it over here, but just downsized it a little bit more. They are inviting the Mobile Muscle Association to come along and join them. So we'll see a lot of the Mopar cars with the Hemi engines in, and we also have a whole number of hot rods, including 3 of the most iconic hot rods ever produced here in the UK. These really are historic hot rods deserving of a major status. That's fantastic with a kit, the Nick. And we'll also be talking to the Corflow guys shortly, find out a little bit about what goes on there. So, in the Heights, the post-94 cars, everything from Challengers, we've got Bentleys, we've got CVRs, we've got Porsches, Ferraris, everything sports car wise and supercar post-94, all in the Heights car park. The Campbell car park has a whole host of cars, hot rods to, what else we got in there? Everything, basically, have a wander around. And in the Motoring Village, we've got all the pre-war cars. So they're the cars that really have the sort of relevance to Brooklands as a racing circuit. That's the ones we haven't dotted in our displays in front of the clubhouse and in the outer paddock here. And if you keep wandering around over to the airfield, and you'll see in the aircraft park, that is absolutely flooded with everything we can't fit anywhere else. So there's tons of cars for you to see, there's plenty of catering outlets, so hopefully you won't be waiting in too long a queue to get something to eat or a coffee, and we'll be back at 12:30 with a second set from the band. So I'm getting revised set times here from the band, not as before. So before we are now going 10:30, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. You're doing 4 sets, presumably 4 shorter sets. Okay, that makes sense. So next set, next set is 12 o'clock, then 2 o'clock and then 1 o'clock. We'll keep it quite open so you get a chance to eat in peace. But if you haven't got your dancing shoes with you, take them over when they're on. They're a good rock and roll band and certainly get you up and dancing. There are cars parked on site that have been invited. So if you want to see virtually every Mustang, every model, then do come along to that. You'll get a great show.
Well, we've just popped outside the museum into the Heights car park, which was all once upon a time part of Brooklands Museum, with this rare beast. Road-going race car, basically.
Oh, really? I caught
Look at the size of the lump in the back of that. I dread to think how fast that goes. a track car, that. And you see from the picture I just flashed up there, you can rewind it back. I've never come across one of these before. But it's road legal. Must be the fastest thing on the road. Yeah, I was just chatting to these guys about it. I just came in halfway through the conversation here.
There is a guy that I know but he's not doing it anymore.
So this area mainly was for supercars and sports cars, the real modern stuff. Well, not this was modern, isn't it? 328 GTS. Again, stunning example. It seemed to be all these type of cars were gathered in the area here. This is now a big business park, unfortunately, but this was all part of that finishing straight we were on just a moment ago. Sadly, they couldn't retain it all, but anyway, look, it's being used at the weekends for sports cars and stuff. Generally stuff that's too modern, you know, to go into the museum. They had a cut-off period of pre-1994. Well, what we've got here, it can only be TVR, can't it? No one else designed cars like this. They were brave, they were courageous, they were crazy. Crazy. Look at the exhaust out the side. Gosh, who else does that? Fantastic. Good to be different. Yes. Yep, nice colour as well. You won't miss that. There's a couple of nice ones for sale. Nice Merc here. Probably a big 5 litre job. What was that for? 29k.
understand that some of these